platypus!
Crime lies hidden in the puzzle, and the truth emerges through reasoning. Detective Stories of Inspector Chimp.
Doomsday Horror 1. Inspector Chimp parked the car, and he and Rollie headed into Doomstown together. Before they had gone far, they heard all sorts of strange cries coming from every direction. Rollie looked around nervously and saw an animal surrounded by a group of ducks dressed in rags. The animal looked strange. He had the body of an otter and the feet and beak of a duck. It was a platypus. They stood in front of the gate of Doomstown, carrying all sorts of weapons, staring at the approaching guests.
Inspector Chimp, this place is kinda weird.
It'll be okay, Rollie.
Inspector Chimp continued calmly on his way, not bothering about the threatening stares of those around them.
They may look vicious, but I don't see any sign that they actually want to attack us. They seem a little afraid, to be honest, and they look pale and a little frail, like they haven't eaten in a long time. Now watch this.
Inspector Chimp took off his coat, revealing the police uniform beneath it. He walked over to the platypus, who stood at the head of the group. The platypus looked threatening, but when he realized Inspector Chimp was walking toward him, he instantly panicked. He looked to his left, then to his right, and saw that the ducks who had been standing beside him had disappeared. He quickly dropped his weapon and fell to his knees, holding his hands over his head.
Please, sir, spare me. I'll confess everything. I'll do whatever you want. Just don't arrest me.
Rollie looked at the platypus in confusion. The poor fellow kept begging for mercy. Inspector Chimp froze too. He had known that the fierce expression the platypus wore was all for show, but he had not expected to see this sort of begging. He held up his chin and said in deliberate tones,
What have you been up to? Tell me that first.
Okay. Well, I stole $1 from my mom's wallet when I was 4. Oh, and before that, when I was 3, I scratched the paint on my neighbor's toy fire truck and blamed it on my sister. And then when I was 5, I broke my dad's vase, and when I was 6,
Inspector Chimp and Rollie looked on as the platypus recited all the bad things he had ever done. He went on for half an hour, and he still wasn't done.
3 years ago, I tried to cheat a panda out of some money, and I ate my coworker's lunch from the fridge during my tea break, and then…
Hey, stop there. What did you say you did 3 years ago?
Inspector Chimp's sudden interruption frightened the platypus. He looked at the inspector now with wide eyes, trembling all the while.
I tried to cheat a panda out of some money. Oh, I admit it, I was wrong.
Where is that panda now?
Huh?
Just as the platypus started to answer, there was a loud sound from some distance away. The platypus turned in horror and looked to see a large crowd of animals running toward them.
Oh no, they're coming! Run!
Huh? What's going on? Why should we run?
No time to explain. Listen, that's the center of Doomstown. You don't want to go there. If you must go in, at least don't go out after dark.
The platypus ran off almost before he finished speaking, leaving Inspector Chimp and Rollie feeling confused.
Don't let him get away again! We'll get him next time!
The crowd of animals that rushed out of the center of Doomstown reached where Inspector Chimp and Rollie were standing. They all wore neat suits with bow ties.
Oh, so sorry for the trouble, gentlemen.
A black goat stepped forward and greeted them.
You're visitors to Doomstown, aren't you? I'm so sorry we frightened you. Welcome to our humble town. The fellow who was here just now didn't cause you any trouble, did he?
Oh, no, not at all. That platypus, was he?
As soon as Inspector Chimp mentioned the platypus, the goat's expression turned dark and she clenched her teeth.
Those homeless from the outskirts show up to disgrace our fair city's gates anytime we aren't around. They block the way for tourists, and they ruin the good name of Doomstown. Now things are not the same in Doomstown as they were before. But never mind that. Shall I show you two gentlemen around our fair city?
Black Billy Goat looked at Inspector Chimp and Rollie in anticipation. The pair exchanged a glance.
What do we do, Inspector Chimp? The platypus said not to go into the inner city, but the goat is welcoming us so warmly. Everything seems so strange here.
It is all a bit strange, that's true. But P1ğ's last communication came from here. We've got to go check it out. No matter how uneasy we are about it. Keep your eyes open, Rollie. This could be dangerous.
Yes, Inspector Chimp.
Rollie answered firmly, but he was actually a bit afraid. What secrets lay in the center of Doomstown? Would Inspector Chimp and Rollie find the Panda Knight in this dangerous town? Tune into the next episode to find out.